The door to Christian
We need to
Kingsley's corner
finalize the
office
strategy
on the
before the end of the
62nd
week.
floor of the
Let's
Kingsley
review the
Tower
key
slammed
points
open
again.
with a force that rattled the glass walls.
Chloe
Chloe Cooper's head jerked up from the stack of quarterly reports she'd been reviewing, her pulse spiking instantly. Christian stood framed in the doorway, his tailored navy suit flawless as always, broad shoulders filling the space. But his chiseled jaw was locked tight, and those piercing emerald eyes, usually cool and calculating, flashed with raw fury. "My office. Now." His voice was a low growl, controlled but laced with something primal. In the 3 years she'd worked as his executive assistant, Chloe had never heard him speak to her like that. Her fingers shook slightly as she smoothed her pencil skirt and stood, following him into the expansive office overlooking Manhattan's skyline. The door clicked shut behind them, sealing them in heavy silence. He turned, pinning her with that intense gaze. "Who's sending you the flowers?" Chloe blinked, caught off guard. "I'm sorry?" "The pink roses this morning. Tulips yesterday. Lilies the day before." Each word sliced through the air. "Who is he?" Heat rushed to her cheeks. It was true, 3 consecutive days of bouquets from Daniel Harper, an old friend from her NYU days. They'd reconnected recently and gone out for dinner twice. But why did Christian care? "I didn't realize you kept track of office deliveries," she said, aiming for casual but sounding defensive. "I don't." His response was too quick. "But you've been leaving at 5 sharp. You used to stay late, help close deals. Now you're out the door the second the clock hits 5. And you're different." "Different how?" He hesitated, jaw flexing. "Happier." The word hung there, heavy with unspoken pain. Chloe's throat tightened. "Christian, I don't understand why this. How long have you been seeing him?" He stepped closer, towering over her. "Who is he? Is it serious?" The questions were far too personal for a boss-employee relationship. Confusion warred with a dangerous spark of hope in her chest. Then a memory hit her. 2 weeks ago," she said, voice steadying, "Lauren in accounting got flowers. You stopped by her desk, congratulated her. Said she was lucky to have someone who valued her enough to show it publicly." Christian froze. "So why with her were you happy, but with me, you look like you're about to lose control?" Silence stretched, electric and charged. He opened his mouth, closed it, then raked a hand through his dark hair, a rare crack in his impeccable composure. "You're right," he said roughly, turning away. "That was inappropriate. I apologize." He moved behind his massive desk, putting distance between them like a shield. "You can go. Good night, Chloe." But his shoulders were tense, his hands unsteady. As she reached for the door, Chloe's heart pounded. Why the jealousy? And why, after 3 years of feeling invisible, did she suddenly feel seen? That night, sleep evaded her. The confrontation replayed endlessly, the barely contained storm in his eyes, the way jealousy had twisted his features. She arrived early the next morning, craving quiet to process. But as the elevator doors slid open on their floor, there he was, Christian leaning against her desk, holding a takeaway cup. "Good morning," he said, too formal. On her desk sat a large cappuccino dusted with cinnamon, exactly her order, from the artisanal cafe 3 blocks away. The one she'd mentioned in passing months ago. "You didn't have to," she murmured, setting down her bag. "I was in the neighborhood," he lied smoothly. She sipped it, warmth spreading through her. Memories flooded back. 3 years ago, late nights on a merger, he'd shown up with Thai takeout when she'd skipped dinner. "Don't make starvation a habit," he'd grumbled. 2 years ago, during her dad's heart surgery, she'd told no one, he'd quietly cleared her schedule for remote work. Upon return, sunny Gerbera daisies waited on her desk with an unsigned card. "To brighten your day." A year ago, a client had patronized her, calling her the little secretary. Christian's voice had turned glacial. "Miss Cooper is indispensable. This company runs because of her. Apologize." Small acts of care she dismissed as professional courtesy. Why do you do these things? The question slipped out. He glanced up from his phone. Do what? Care about me. The words dangled dangerously. His expression softened for a split second before his phone rang. He answered, shifting seamlessly into CEO mode, sharp, commanding. But midway, he muted the call, eyes locking on hers. Because you deserve it, he whispered, then he was back barking orders about stock dips, as if he hadn't just upended her world. Chloe sank into her chair, staring at Daniel's text, dinner tonight? Can't wait to see you. Through the glass wall, Christian's gaze met hers briefly, intense, possessive. She wondered, has he felt this pull for 3 years too? Christian Kingsley didn't do loss of control. At 28, he'd inherited and tripled the family empire through sheer iron will. But watching Chloe laugh softly into her phone, cheeks flushed, imagining him on the other end, jealousy roared through him like wildfire. At 4:45, she knocked. I'm heading out early. I have plans. With him? Her eyes widened. That's none of your business. You barely know him. I've known Daniel 6 years. College. He's kind, respectful, doesn't act like he owns me. The accusation hit home. Possessive? Yes, he was. What's going on, Christian? Why do you care now? I always have. The confession burst out. Silence crashed. You always cared, she whispered. Yes. His voice raw. Always. Why not say something? Her phone rang, Daniel. She answered and left, leaving Christian reeling. He wasn't just protective. He was in love. Monday, he was waiting. Dinner with Nakamura execs tonight, mandatory. Wednesday board dinner. Business, he said, but his eyes screamed jealousy. The Nakamura dinner was at a Michelin-starred spot in Midtown. Christian shone, charismatic, brilliant, but his touches lingered, brushing her hand, refilling her glass, deflecting a crude joke. In the elevator afterward, why sabotage my plans? Because I can't bear you with him. Raw honesty. I know it's wrong, power imbalance, I'm your boss. But I can't stop feeling this. What do you expect me to do? He looked desperate. Please, not him. Then give me a reason, she shot back, stepping into the night. Next morning, you're coming to the investor retreat. Aspen Resort, this weekend. Exclusive, elite, assistants never attended. The lead-up was torture, constant proximity, him ensuring she had warm clothes for the mountains. She finally took Daniel's call. You're pulling away because of him, aren't you? Silence confirmed it. Be honest with yourself, Chloe. Don't wait for a man too scared to claim you. In the private jet to Aspen, these 3 years with you, they've been everything. You lit up my empty life. I was a coward not to say it sooner. Why now? After this weekend, if you want Daniel, I'll let you go. But you needed to know. The resort was breathtaking, snow-capped peaks, luxury lodges glowing at dusk. First night formal dinner, Chloe in the emerald gown he'd required. His eyes devoured her. You're breathtaking. He introduced her as essential, the sharpest mind there. On the terrace, sleazy investor Marcus Hale cornered her, didn't expect Kingsley's assistant to be so enticing. Any special arrangements? Christian materialized, hand on her waist. Watch your mouth. She's under my protection. Hale backed off under threat of pulled funding then, slow music. Dance with me. Under the stars, bodies close, I can't pretend anymore. You're everything. The song ended, they lingered, inches apart. Chloe. Christian. They leaned in, almost kissing, when a photographer's flash exploded.